guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Andy, and in today's video I'm just going to remind you of a few mistakes that you probably want to try to avoid the next time you go on vacation. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoy my content and hopefully hit that subscribe button. So first things first, and I have mentioned this multiple times before, your first travel mistake that you want to avoid is using a black luggage. Guys, please, it'll make your life so much easier if you just maybe have a purple bag or a purple bag with green polka dots on it or something, because it's just so much easier for you to see your bag. If it's your big checked in bag and you have a black suitcase and they all come out and it's just a bunch of black suitcases, you could actually end up grabbing somebody else's suitcase, and you don't want that awkwardness in your life, do you? I think it's better to just go for something that is a little bit different, or what I've even done is I've gotten my bag wrapped in plastic and just written my name in really big bold letters in permanent marker, and most recently I've taken a specific piece of fabric and just tied that in a bow at the handles of the suitcase, so that at least helps me to see it, because there's always so many black bags. Also, just let's talk about like your backpack or your cabin bag. That's also most likely going to be a whole bunch of black bags on the plane, so you want to have a bag that sticks out a little bit in case you have to sit a few rows away from your bag. You want to be able to just get up and go get your bag with ease. You don't want to stand there confused about which bag is yours. Is it this black bag or is it that black bag? Like, you know, it'll just make your life that much easier so you can get off that plane and head on to your vacation. Next mistake, and I have done this before, is forgetting your charger. We are a generation that is very much connected to our cell phones. But with that said, we also have a tendency to forget that our cell phones need charging in order to actually work for us. And so it's so easy to just leave to, like, you know, charge your phone overnight and then take your phone and then walk out the door when it's time for you to go to the airport. That is a huge mistake. I have actually had to buy a charger in the airport because I was on like 28% battery and I was going on an international flight and I had no way of contacting anyone once I had landed. So it is very, very, very important that you keep your charger with you. Most airports are full of charging stations with plugs and stuff, so you can charge your phone before you board or once you get off and you're waiting to be picked up at the airport. So that way you can at least stay connected, you know, to like the outside world. If you need to get an Uber once you land, then you can at least get that done. I highly suggest just having a second charger, even if it's one of those cheapies, as long as it works, that stays in your travel bag, so that when you're at home you charge your phone however you want, but you know that if you're gonna go away for the weekend, you have a charger that stays in your travel bag that you will have when you get to where you're going. You don't even need to pack one. My third mistake is not planning to do anything just because you're on vacation. Like, I get it, you're on vacation, you want to relax and stuff, but let's say you're going somewhere new that you've never been before. Wouldn't you want to explore the area a little bit more? Wouldn't you want to see something that like is interesting or historic about that area? I think it's always a good idea, even if you're only gone for 4 days. If it's just a relaxing weekend away, then why not at least have 2 activities that you're planning to do, whether it's going to a particular museum or visiting a particular restaurant and trying a famous dish that they serve. Something, as long as you know roughly what you're gonna do. You're not just gonna like sit in your hotel room the entire weekend just staring up at the wall, you know, like that doesn't seem like a very, I know it's supposed to be relaxing, but it seems more boring. It's funny, I think a lot of us have the idea that we're only really a tourist if we go to like a completely different country or a completely different continent, but it doesn't have to be that way. I absolutely believe that you can drive 6 hours down to Durban and still be as much a tourist there as you would be in Italy. So go ahead, get your camera out, take pictures of everything, do something, do some type of guided walk, guided tour. Most of those are free in most places, so just you know, try to do something that like takes you out of your hotel room at least once while you're away. Mistake number 4 is not checking in online. I know we don't necessarily have to do this, but it definitely makes life so much easier, especially if you're only going away for like a weekend and you don't have any bags to check in. Then you just walk straight to the security line. You don't even need to go to the check-in counters. Why would you not check in online and do that to yourself and make yourself have to go and stand in a long queue that's full of people that have to drop their bags off just to get a paper boarding pass, when you could have checked in online? You get your boarding pass on your phone and you walk right through security with that. It's perfectly suitable. Mistake number 5 is not having a budget. I know maybe it's the Durban July, you want to live it up, you want to enjoy your weekend, but guys, don't forget that when you come back home, you still have a life. You probably still have bills to pay. You probably still need to put petrol in your car or pay for transport to get you to work so that you can make another paycheck. So please do remember just to budget a little bit. And with that, it doesn't even have to be a tiny budget or anything like that. What I actually would suggest is, if you know a good amount of time ahead of time that you're going to be going on a specific trip, like if you know that you are going to the Durban July in January, you can start putting money away every month, maybe 1,000 rand a month, so that by the time the Durban July comes, you've got 7,000 rand just for spending money that you can spend that weekend. So you don't have to actually touch your income from that month, and you can still pay your bills when you get back home. Then my last mistake that I want to mention is traveling during peak times, peak days, peak hours, and holidays. That is the absolute worst time to travel if you're going away for a relaxing weekend away, because you will be so stressed out just because it is so busy. Traveling during peak times and holidays, the airports are always full, the flights are always delayed, the flights themselves are always really full, so you never really have an empty seat next to you and stuff like that. If you travel on a Friday evening or a Sunday evening, it's also going to be really full, it's going to be chaotic. You don't really want to deal with that if you're going away for a relaxing weekend away. So try to schedule your vacation for a time where it's just super relaxed, where you actually will get to feel more relaxed and thrive off of the calmness, you know. So I highly recommend traveling on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, a Thursday, coming back the next week Tuesday maybe. I think that would be the best if you're trying to go away and get some time off, you know. And then on top of that, if you're going to a particular hotel and it's not like holiday times and stuff, chances are the hotel will actually charge you less, so your accommodation will be less. Airbnb will probably even be cheaper. The area itself will probably be more relaxed because there just isn't that like crazy flow of other visitors and other tourists in the exact same hotel. So you'll get a little bit more like quiet time, relaxation time, you know. You can sit out by the pool and it's not full of other tourists and other people, like, you know, just in your space, you know. So I highly recommend that. If you're trying to go away for an actual relaxing weekend away, then do it at a time when other people aren't doing the same thing. So that is my list for you guys for travel mistakes to avoid, especially if you're trying to go away for a relaxing weekend. That's a long title. I hope that you've enjoyed watching this video. I hope you found it interesting or entertaining, to say the least. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to spread good vibes and be kind, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!